emergency procedure notices displayed around the vessel. In the unlikely event of an emergency, you will hear 7 short blasts followed by 1 prolonged blast on the whistle. If you hear this signal, please make your way to the life jacket assembly points following the assembly station direction signs displayed. The crew will be on hand to give instructions and advice. Please note that smoking, including the use of e-cigarettes, is not permitted on any part of the vessel, and for your own safety, we also ask you not to stand on the seats or sit on the ship's rails. Carson, who in 1863 constructed the floating landing stages. Carson suffered much criticism, with predictions that the first storms of winter would carry the landing stages away. Nevertheless, as you can see, his idea has stood the test of time, and is still the most complete way of getting passengers on and ferry. April 1918. Both of the ferries were badly damaged by artillery and machine gun fire, but managed to escape and limp back to Dover. Because of the work, King George IV allowed the vessels to use the Royal Indian Navy, and after this,
See the roll-on, roll-off ferry terminal called 12 Keys.
it got four times over Paris between 1961 and 1962. During this time, they changed their manager to Brian Nelson, ditched their members for Sparta, The Farm, and Elvis Costello. If you're interested in finding out more about the Beatles, you can visit the award-winning attraction, The Beatles Story, which is based at the Royal Albert Dock. The attraction takes visitors on an immersive history of the industry, and it was opened in 1934 by King George V and Queen Mary. Far down Belarus now are the road and rail tunnels which pass under the River Mersey. You can take a behind-the-scenes walking tour.
This sort of thing had been restored in architecture built during the 20th century. Birmingham was the first town in Europe to operate a tramway. She saw me crying for me, speaking words of wisdom, and anything comes aside.